Good, not morning, not afternoon, so probably by this point, good evening from day one of our fall staycation. So I thought I would start this staycation a little different, but it's okay. We had been planning this for several weeks and probably over a month. And the goal was, number one, we're doing a staycation where we are dog sitting and house sitting for family friend who is going to visit their family out of state. And this is somewhere we've stayed before. I mean, you probably recognize the background, but we've stayed here before. We were here for part of our 16-day road trip, and we're back, and we're super excited about that. But also, like, it's kind of hard at the same time because I'll include some clips right here, but we ended up going to name of the store, Home Depot. So we ended up going to Home Depot today, and we ended up buying some stuff to do a few minor repairs here that I needed Matt to help me with, and then he had to go and buy plumbing things. So basically every single room in our house that has plumbing, all of a sudden while we were gone to Michigan, something went wrong with it. So in our bathroom, it was the tub started dripping hot water from the faucet. Like, it went straight into the faucet, so it wasn't like causing any extra mold. We did have to put the dehumidifier in there because it started building up a lot of moisture on it. We'll probably have to eventually redo the ceiling in there because the humidity rose. Number two, the sink in there was dripping. He fixed that before we left for here. Then the kitchen, we are going to have to rip out the garbage disposal because it's leaking. Like, there's water coming out of it, and it also doesn't work. And we didn't really want to use it when the kids were little anyway, so we didn't. But now it's not working at all, and there's like water dripping from the bottom of it. And then we're having some issues with hot water. And then eventually we'll have to, the kids' bathroom we replaced, like you've seen videos on that, 2022, 2023. We had some very, very sweet friends who helped us flip our bathroom for very minimal cost to them, and it was just a blessing to us. And but like now one of the new faucet handles that they had put on it, I don't know if it got recalled or what, but it's not working right, and it's their hot water one. So like every room had something to do. So Matt and I just took time today after we took family friend to airport for them to take their flight. We offered to drive them to the airport. So then we just spent like a couple hours at Home Depot looking around, and in a way it became fun to talk about like these fun projects we're going to have to do, because in the process of trying to get the hot water heater fixed, we're going to be ripping out our storage closet that the hot water heater is in and completely redoing it, which means for now, until we can finish that, I have no dining room. The dining room currently is the storage room. So we're working on that. So kind of like we were working on that today. But let's talk about staycation stuff. So we ended up, Matt ended up taking all of us out to eat for lunch today, just as a kind of, you know, us to have a family moment before he goes back to our house for a week with our dog, and then we're here with the dog. We're house sitting. But one of the things that we ended up doing was, so I forgot, with everything going on, I'm explaining everything going on for a reason. So everything that was going on at our house, I forgot all of our refrigerated food that we were bringing on this trip that I bought yesterday. So I was going to do a big grocery haul and have it up for you guys. I'm still going to do a grocery haul, and you probably will have already seen it by now. But like, yeah, so forgot every refrigerator food. So like salads, coffee creamers, which there was some coffee creamer here that I bought ahead for here, just in case I'd forgotten. But like all of our refrigerated based foods like cheeses and stuff like that, we forgot at home, and now Matt has our vehicle. So if need be, I'm just going to grocery order stuff. The person who we're staying at, they did leave us cash to, you know, pay for things that we need while we're here. So, you know, I'm just, and then I also forgot like a couple other things too. I forgot Rebecca's DVD for her movies and literature. Then other things today. So there was a lot of laundry that ended up getting backed up. So what I did was I just bought detergent to use here, their brand that they use, and I'm going to leave it here for them, and then we're going to use their washer and dryer, which they don't mind, because if us using it every day while they're here, that means it's not just like sitting, and washers and dryers don't like being left alone. So I'm going to be doing laundry. It's right there. Half of that's actually clean. I actually had bagged up clean laundry and brought it. And that's one of the things that the homeschool group that I'm starting as a counseling group to meet with, one of the things that we're doing at our next session is bring your clean laundry and we're going to fold it together because, hey, it's okay to do life together. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring the clean laundry on vacation and not be a hypocrite. So yeah, day one, mostly just rest and getting here and doing some little minor things, and the trip to Home Depot and the trip to the airport. And probably tomorrow will be a lot more rest too, because we don't really do much on Sundays. And then Monday, per request, we're going to be showing how we're doing school on a staycation, mixed with fun, mixed with doing things to be a blessing to the people's house we're staying at. And the other request was talking about, there will be a video eventually about how to plan when you're doing a staycation, how to make it fun. We're going to talk about how we plan like special meals to go with movies where we're going to be staying, and all that. So we're going to be covering that as we go too, and each day is going to be themed for a different subject and themed for different things. I'm going to show you how we're working out the whole system of having 4 Chromebooks with us while traveling, and we only do that when it's a short trip and we have reliable internet. So yeah, that's kind of how day one is starting so far. So grocery video, you probably already seen it. Just finished filming it, but I've also rearranged. One of the things that I do, again, people want me to talk about staycation things. So one of the things that I do is once we get through showing groceries, if we're going to show them or not, then we start setting up a designated area for us to put all of the groceries based on meal by meal of how we're going to consume them. And we try to keep our stuff separate so that we're not dipping into, it's not that we don't care if they use ours, if we leave it here, it's that we don't want to dip into theirs without asking. So we try to keep all of our stuff separate on a counter. And like the house that we stayed at that I didn't show, we did the same thing. They had like one counter and we kept all of our food at one counter, and then we kept all of our drink stuff over near their Keurig. And then I've got the popcorn over by the microwave. So that's one of the things we do, is it's all designated and set up. Got my vitamins over here by the sink, just because. Baking stuff over here. So now let me show you another trick that we do. So the other thing that I do, or that I've started doing on staycations, is the last house that we house sat at. There was this project that I wanted to get started, and I was not going to have time to do it at home. So now I'm calling it my staycation project. So while I was staycation at that other house for a little over a week, probably about the same amount of time we're staying here, all the green squares for this Afghan were completed. So now my goal for this trip is in the evenings when we do our movies, which on the first day here, what we usually do is just try to find some movies everybody likes. But also because they have a Roku, I can sign into stuff that we already have. So like one of the things we did at the other house was they didn't have Disney Plus, and I couldn't log in because they did have Disney Plus. They had Disney Plus, but they had theirs password protected because they have kids. So I wasn't able to log into our Disney Plus where we watch a lot of our movies. Whereas here, we have our own account for when we're staying here. And then now, tonight, I'm thinking of logging into our Paramount Plus like we did at the other house. So at the other house, at night, after finished school and taking care of the pets at the other house, I would sit down and work on these while the kids and I watched NCIS. So I'm thinking for our first night here, I'm just going to take some of the pink yarn upstairs, take the pattern book with me, and work on this, and go sign into Paramount Plus and watch NCIS with the kids while everybody rotates showers and just gets settled in for our first full day here.